Hi, it's Donna from Ingalls Memorial Library, and welcome back to Behind the Book Book Talks, the series which has now turned into a monthly series in which I tell you about a book that I've just read in hopes that you'll check it out and read it for yourself. So this week's book, or this month's book I should say, is Julia's Chocolates by Cathy Lamb. I had not heard of Cathy Lamb as an author before, but these days I'm spending more time working on the circulation desk, and one of our patrons brought this book back, and I really adored the cover, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. Sometimes it just takes a good cover to attract you to a specific book. So this book starts off with the protagonist of our story, Julia, with her car parked in the middle of a road in South Dakota or North Dakota. I think it was North Dakota. I'm going to tell you that because I keep getting it wrong. North Dakota. So her car is parked in the middle of a road. There's no traffic around, and there's a solitary tree there. And she just thinks the whole image is kind of resemblance of hell. And she is madly trying to throw her wedding dress up into the tree and make it stick. It's kind of a comical start to the story. She just keeps throwing it and throwing it and throwing it, and it keeps falling down, and it's just a funny story. So it turns out that Julia, who had a very horrible childhood, has left her husband to be on her wedding day, and she's driving across the country to Oregon to see her Aunt Lydia, who is her mother's stepsister. And she just wants nothing to do with this dress. So she eventually gets to Oregon, and Aunt Lydia lives on this farm, and on her front lawn she has toilets with flowers coming out of them as planters, and she has 4 cement pigs that are about 5 feet tall, and each pig has a lanyard around its neck with a name on it. One of them is her neighbor, Stash. One of them is the local banker who she had a little bit of a run-in with. Funny stories. Aunt Lydia also has about 427 chickens, none of whom are probably named, but she calls them by a name every day when she goes out to see them. And she has a pig named Melissa Lynn, who has many piglets. This book is probably a little bit of a romance story, even though I'm not a romance fan. I loved it from start to finish. It's got some really just sad parts, and it's not sad for any reason except that you really get attached to these characters. Aunt Lydia has weekly psychic meetings, and every psychic meeting is about something different. But the cast of characters include Caroline, who is psychic and sees things that are going to happen and is very accurate. There's Katie, whose husband is a horrible drunk, and she has children, and she just has a miserable life. There's Lara, who is the minister's wife, who's also a very talented artist. Julia, who is a chocolate maker. Everybody says her chocolates are the best. And Aunt Lydia. Just a great story. These characters are just amazingly written. And like I said, I had never heard of Cathy Lamb, and for that I apologize. But I'm going to recommend this book. It will be on our staff picks area because it was really just a great book. Like I said, there are some sad parts, some happy parts, but it's a great story, and you really feel invested in all of these characters. So I would give it a shot. Again, it's Julia's Chocolates by Cathy Lamb. And at some point during the book, Julia becomes a librarian, so you know that she has won my heart with that move. So anyways, that's it for this edition of Behind the Book Book Talks. I hope you're doing some great reading. Happy fall, and I hope to see you soon at the library. Take good care.